Well, welcome back to Mr. Obsolete's Vintage Homesteading. Today we're going to take out a couple more trees back behind me here. This is the area that they call root rot grove because all the trees in here in this grove all have root rot and will have to be harvested or they'll blow down and damage stuff. So the tree I have behind me, all the branches are dead except for just a few at the very top. It's leaning back in that direction, which I don't want it to go. So what I'm going to do, I've already put the face cut on it, and I'm going to try to drop the tree right in here. I'm going to use the magic of the wedge. So we're going to be using our McCulloch Mini Mac. And the reason we're using such a small saw, it's still a small tree, but I want a narrow part of the saw blade here to go into the tree, so that I can cut into it like so. I'll have room to come in with a wedge to push it over without hitting the chainsaw chain there. So anyway, we'll get the saw warmed up and we'll be back in a little bit here. Okay, well, we've got our vintage logging gear on. We've got the bug goggles on, our ears, and the wrong helmet since we're using the McCulloch today, but this hat was handy. So we'll start cutting it and then we'll start wedging it and see if we can drop it back in here. Well, that was perfect. It's exactly where I wanted it to go. So we'll be back in a second and show you how we cut this. Okay, well, that just went perfect. So if you look here, you can see where the hinge part of the tree was. It's a little bit wider on this side here than here. That helps steer it down. This is the wedge that we took out to begin with. And so that worked out great. So what we're going to do later, I'll bring a bigger saw down. I've got some stumps down here to cut out. I'll take this out as a whole stump. And I'll come over to this tree. Well, we got the tree down really slick. So I'm going to cut it up into sections because it'll be a little bit too much for the little tractor to pull out. Got real cold last night and froze, and it's still a little bit slick down here. But anyway, we'll cut it in sections, take it up, and when we get the top part of it, I'll pull that up and branch it. We'll do that a little bit later here, so we'll be back after a while. Okay, well, we're going to do a little branching first. I think we'll cut the tree right about here. Use my favorite little Evansville axe here. Take off some branches here. I think we'll come back right about here, cut that. Nice big chip there. Okay, well, we'll be back after a bit. Okay, well, we're back. We're going to cut this into sections. So there's a little bit of tension on it. What we'll do is cut it down, wedge it apart, and finish the cut. That's why we use wedges. Come out perfect. Well, we'll finish cutting it up and we'll be back with the tractor after a while. Okay, well, we're going to pull up the last part of the tree. So we're going to go down and get the tractor hooked up to the tree and pull it up in just a minute. So we'll be right back. Okay, well, we got her up. You can see this poor tree has suffered some bad damage down here. The top had blown out of it at some point. Then these others had grown back in. Same over here. There's another piece there and it broke off up at the top here. So anyway, that's why we're taking these things out. They're all in really bad shape. And so that'll be it for today. The sun's going down, so remember, vintage is always best. We'll see you soon.